Hi, Danny Bader here. You know, on July 28th, 1992, I had an accident where about 8 to 10,000 volts of electricity raced into my hands and then exited out my feet. And on the way down, it stopped my heart, stopped my lungs, eyes rolled back, foaming at the mouth. Essentially, I was dead. And that's not by my testimony because I wasn't there. I was told that from somebody who was on the scene and came to me pretty quickly. So when I tell the story, a lot of times people go, oh my gosh, what happened? What was it like? Did you see the light? Did you see the tunnels? Did you see some deceased relatives? And I always look at them and I say, you know, I hate to disappoint you, but no. No light, no tunnels, no deceased relatives. What happened for me, as I was hit with that electricity, I had a calm come over me. I knew that something big was taking place, and I didn't yell for help or anything. I saw a guy up on the roof coming down, walking down a ladder. And I was yelling to him. I was yelling to him, get so-and-so, get so-and-so, I was yelling. And then I felt this pulling away. Saw the scene, I didn't hover over my body. You know, I saw it, I saw the red dump truck. But I just had a consciousness that I was moving on, and I was really okay with it. And I got to a place, and I'll use these words as human words, but they really don't describe it. It was dark. I had a sense of floating. I was not in my body. It was very loving. Tremendous, tremendous amount of love right there. And I was communicating with God, right? What I believe to be God. No burning bush, right? No old gray-haired, big bearded guy. Just this sense, you know, as I think in Scripture, it says, you know, Jesus was on the cross and he said to the thief next to him, you know, your faith has saved you. Today you will be with my Father in paradise. It was almost like, I was with this energy, this God that I always believed in. And it was really, really good. And then we were kind of reviewing my life. And at one point I said to this God, now of course you didn't use words, but I communicated and I said, you know, what about my mom? And what about my girlfriend at the time? You know, who's my wife now? What about them? And in that instant, I was back inside my body. And I heard the sounds at the accident scene. It pulled me back in there. So I have a book coming out in August. It's called Back from Heaven's Front Porch. You probably know what it's about. At any rate, people say, wow, do you ever try to reclaim some of that feeling that you had? And I say, yeah, I certainly do. You know, I lived for some time after the accident wanting to be back there. So a time of depression and a pretty dark time for me. But I still try to create a little bit of heaven's front porch every day. And I do it by finding time to be still, by praying, by being thankful for what I have, and really trying to move every day towards very, very productive visions that I've set for my life, personally and professionally. So I think it is quite possible to have a little bit of heaven's front porch every day. So take a look at my book. Should be out in August, called Back from Heaven's Front Porch. Be well.